Hey Pisceans, how y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to be doing your second half of general reading here. Let's talk about your meditation. The first thing that I want to say is I suddenly felt the need to slow down and nurture. Okay, because the first thing that I saw was I saw the word Pisces. I'm going to tell you exactly as I saw it. Okay, let's go through it. I saw the word Pisces. I saw it freeze. And then I saw, God, what is her name? Elsa? Yeah, Elsa from Frozen come in and just start singing Let It Go. And then I saw the ice really immediately thaw and become a hot waterfall. Okay. I'm getting immediately that this is a time to nurture your inner child and your outer child. Okay. Your inner child are aspects of your, from what I understand, and to me and for me, are aspects of yourself from your actual childhood. Okay, that come into, sorry about that. That was good timing. My little puppy here just made a little baby noise. But your inner child are aspects of yourself and maybe even unhealed trauma, right? That comes into expression at any given time. Internally that can manifest externally, but it has to do with your actual childhood, right? And like I said, unhealed, traumas or wounds. Your outer child is the one that comes into most active expression in a 3D way that other people can really see in real time, right? So when we get triggered by something, right, and we don't take a moment to really go, okay, let me separate myself from the feeling for a second. Let me take some space, look at it from a bird's eye view, and really come from a place of neutrality and look at it let me observe myself objectively, right? When we don't do that, and we become reactive instead of responsive, that is our outer child, okay? So I feel like this is very much a time to nurture your inner and outer child. Feel it all. I feel she's always here for you guys, Yemaya. The Orisha goddess of the sea and lakes and rivers. She is so connected to Piscean energy. It's you guys are super lucky to have her. I feel like she's always with you. There's this aspect of allowing yourself to, because there's this feeling of, I see someone trying to keep things at bay, the intense feelings at bay, trying to keep trouble at bay, trying to keep panic at bay, and that's interesting because I feel like for some people, that's what it is. That's the good work. It's allowing it, but it's also just kind of being pragmatically minded about it and going, okay, I am going to be vigilant with myself about where I let myself go mentally and emotionally right now. Okay. For y'all, I'm getting to let it go, let it flow and go there. And it's interesting because it's kind of the opposite advice that I've been getting. Because y'all are in the latter quarter of the readings. But there really is something about the fact that your superpower are your emotions. And if our emotions are the gas that fuel our intuition, you've got to let those emotions flow. I think it's because you guys are so intuitive as well that allowing yourself to feel every inch of this is, instead of denying it or trying to stay strong, air quote, what's actually going to make you feel better ultimately, or make you feel like you're in alignment with your water sign self and your intuitive self, is to really feel it all. Take as many salt baths, please, as you possibly can, because I'm going to tell you right now, and this came up in the Aquarius reading too. It's the only other reading that it's come up for. I feel like you guys you have moments where you intuitively know that this is merely a moment in time and that all is well and that this is going to be over. And pretty soon we're going to be looking back at this time going, whoa, that felt like a dream or a mare, as it were. I feel like you guys are very empathic. And I feel like a lot of you guys are taking on the feelings of the collective fear and panic. I don't feel like all of it's yours. Okay? I don't feel like all of it's yours. Aquarius got a similar message. So around that, it's about staying cognizant of what is and isn't yours. But in order to be cognizant, you do have to feel it. Not let it in, let it through you. Don't let it in and keep it. Let it through you. Figure out how that works for you. Do you need to take 4 showers a day right now? Do it. Do you need to take an extra long salt bath and really make it a mood and a vibe and put on some whale sounds and feed your inner and outer child right now. Deal with that. I don't really like that word, but deal with that so that it doesn't deal with you. I want to keep you in a place of response and not react. Responsiveness and not reaction, right? Something about that. Feels like you guys have a little extra responsibility right now because you guys are so intuitive and you are the healers and feelers. And there's a responsibility, oh my God, about the energy that's coming towards you. It's like transmuting what is not yours, transmuting it for the good of the collective. I'm getting a very big wounded healer right now. Okay? That archetype, the wounded healer archetype, feels very pertinent. Y'all got the dolphin talking about your water sign selves here. They also live in salt water. Yes, they do, except for river dolphins, but this is a saltwater dolphin. I love this. This is exactly what we've been talking about. This is also beautiful soulmate energy, really clicking in with, this is also about childhood and play. Interesting. Really clicking in with those around you and deriving comfort and solace from those of your soul tribe, whether that's chosen family, actual family, friends that are family that are friends, all of that good stuff, loves, all that goodness, right? Do you see how this water animal right now just couldn't be happier? This is a lot of fun and joy, and I love that this came up for you. This is on the menu if you can work with this, which is dragonfly. Fascinating how this is coming up. Because this is air energy here, and then we have water energy. Remember how I said this was feeling a little bit similar to the Aquarius reading, which is air energy? Dragonfly is discerning what is and is not real. We could say it's discerning what is and is not yours. I feel like you guys are transmuting some of the collective panic and fear. I'm sorry, like Aquarius is doing it too. I'm almost done with these readings, and it seems like it's Pisceans and Aquarians that are carrying kind of a bit of a heavier load right now. But all the more reason and all the more important to really get clear on, what you're feeling, how much of it is yours and how much of it are you picking it up from other people, whether you talk to them on the phone and then you just feel panic that wasn't there before. Transmute it. Don't let it stay. Be a magician about it and transmute it immediately and well, while at the same time tending to your inner and your outer child. Clicking in, coming from a place of neutrality in order to access the depths of your emotions. Interesting, but I do feel like that's your way in, all right? I'm also feeling Archangel Michael and the energy here. Archangel Michael right now, well, he's always protective and he's always there for healers or anyone in, line of duty of police officer, EMT workers, anyone, that's in a risky business that is a humanitarian. I feel like he's a little bit extra with those of us who are in a place of transmuting collective fear and panic. Okay, it's what it is. Okay, but I feel him very much with you. I'm also hearing the gentle hours of the night. Be gentle with yourself in the nighttime. Consider just watching things that make you laugh, not the news. Really be gentle with yourself in those gentle hours. I'm also drawn to the fact that both of these animals start with the letter D. Something about that. Oh, okay. D is the fourth letter in the alphabet. 4 is the number of balance. We're in a 4-year. Things are actually, everything is as it should be. And this is a moment of imbalance so that greater balance can be achieved as a result. Okay? See what's going on. Death. You don't say. Guys, I'm telling you, you're carrying a little extra weight right now, energetically and emotionally. Okay? Yes, you will be rewarded for it eventually. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Death, this is Scorpio energy here. This is the complete dying and culling away of an aspect of yourself, of a given circumstance, so that a new chapter can emerge. This is where we are collectively, no? Do you see the sun peeking up through the pillars here? I just got chills when I said that. Okay, here's an option. There's an option coming, because Scorpios, your fellow water signs here, they're also intuitive. I feel like in a different way than you are. Okay? There's an option here. There's a upgrade. Okay, imagine a computer. And when it comes up, it's update available. Do you want to install now or wait till later? And you can choose to or install overnight. Okay, you have an option to install. And for some of you overnight, because the dragonfly is giving me big dream energy. Okay, you have an option here to upgrade your intuitive operating system. It doesn't have to be now. You can choose to do it later. You can choose to be like, I'm just going to stay on the current operating system. You actually have the opportunity to choose to upgrade. Whoa, I just got major shivers when I said that. Especially if you're intuitive right now, this is like, oh God, you're kidding me. Oh freaking gosh. Look at the crown. See the crown there? You guys know what I'm getting at with that, right? Crown chakra, I'm not going to say it because I feel like it's like, but you know, with this crown, the removal of the crown, the opening of the crown, what's going on that relates to the word crown right now. This has to come off so that the upgrade can happen. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. You have the option. If you want this option, all you have to do is allow it and go, okay, I'm aware of the option. I feel it. This does feel right for me. Archangel Michael passing by there with the sirens. And I receive this, okay? It's huge. I also see it. If you can do this in the bath or the shower, water is a huge conduit. See this sailboat here in the dark waters in the distance? I'm really hearing that it's like, hey, I'm ready and willing to receive this upgrade. Don't do so lightly. Do it if it feels right for you, but I'm telling you, it's right freaking here. It's like going from like being proficient at something to being like supernaturally excellent at it. Yeah. Okay. This makes sense. 7 of Pentacles. So, you know, this is trusting that the seeds that you've sown will bear fruit. Do you see how she's literally holding like a water canister? And she's like, are you guys gonna do what you're supposed to do? We had an agreement, we had a deal. Yeah, you have enough water. You know what I mean? I'm getting this feeling. I'm getting this because this can be about, you know, patience versus impatience, right? I have a distinct feeling that this has to do with the water, and I'm very drawn to the water in this canister. Remember how I said feeling it all versus trying to hold things off? She needs to just like take this water canister and flip it over her head and just take a bath. Let it flow. This is not a time that you can really control anything, but you do have a choice on how you respond to things, okay? I know this is difficult. I'm talking to empaths right now, okay? Talking to empaths right now. And I know that this is, you know, there are challenges here, but I'm telling you, you are helping your collective. You are helping the world by the choices that you make and tending to your own garden right now. Doing that on an individual basis will benefit the collective just from an energetic standpoint. I'm telling you this. I'm seeing someone feeling one way, like they find their equilibrium, and then they either see something on the news or they step outside to walk the dog and come back in or something, and then they just feel panic that wasn't there before. They feel sadness that wasn't there before. You are a beacon, like a lightning rod for collective feelings and emotions right now. Okay, it's up to you to transmute it. I keep getting drawn to this dolphin, all the water, telling you, salt baths, and sage. It's important. You are carrying a lot of the extra load right now, energetically speaking. It could be literally as well. You could really be there for your friends in an extra way right now or family. But here's the thing. You might have moments where you're like, I want to feel better. I don't know how. Oh God, I'm going to keep on going, but I don't, listen, see? I do feel like you don't need any of this 8 of Swords nonsense, right? I feel like at the end of the day, if you can release, and I feel like this is part of what you're going to turn around and teach to others as a result of this time, okay? I do feel like there's an aspect here of not expecting tomorrow to look like today and not expecting today to look like yesterday. Not expecting tomorrow to look like today and not expecting today to look like yesterday. Why do I feel that's so important? It's about the releasing of the expectations, because we know that expectations are limitations and, well, completely good for nothing. You know what I mean? There is something to that, Pisceans, and I feel like you are setting an example. I feel like I'm talking to a group of like grad school, energies right now. People who know what's up, okay? Ace of Wands. I'm telling you, this is a moment in time. I know you already know this. And this is a fast, forward-moving, extra energy here. It represents springtime, too. Just keep that in mind. This is a temporary moment in time. And anyone who tries to project timelines on you about your life or what's happening collectively, no, I'm sorry, no. Have you heard as much as I have moment to moment, day by day? That's beautiful advice here. It really, really is. She is not in that moment, in that energy of moment to moment, day by day, right? This is like, okay, I did homework. When do I get to put, you know what I mean? But it's like, take that canister and bathe in it, okay? Feel it all. I'm hearing someone is having a lot of trouble staying upright. having some challenges and difficulties around keeping their high vibration or their mood or how they operate, keeping on treating every day like it is a productive, active working day. Because I feel like someone is putting a lot of effort into keeping that routine alive because they understand how important it is. But part of them, their inner child, their outer child, really wants to just curl up into a ball in a fuzzy robe and watch, movies from their childhood that gave them a great sense of comfort and, with a big old bag of Cadbury eggs or whatever that is for you. Just gave you an insight to my life. I'm just kidding, kind of. But it's kind of like that pull and resistance. Please treat every day as an individual entity and an individual experience. That seems so important to say. Ace of Wands, this fire energy here. It's that, see all this water here? It really is. This is a big burst of inspiration, forward moving in direction. You're going to come out of this time with all of the gusto and fervor and creativity too. This whole thing, what is the word I'm looking for? Okay, I'm just going to say it. Feels like a baptism by fire. Okay? And I know like water technically, but it feels like that. Okay? Death. Ha ha ha. The Fool. Yeah, buddy. This is a brand new, fresh new cycle. See this crown? Falling away here and then reaching upwards, little flash dance realness here, like, yes, upgrade on the crown chakra, yes. The fact that this is clarifying death, this is new chapter, new chapter, new chapter, new chapter, fresh, brand new start with the ocean here, again with this salt water here, okay? I'm hearing that anything you can do that you'd love to do as a child right now is going to be especially beneficial and helpful. Again, whether it's watching movies, listening to music that you loved as a child, even eating things that really gave you great comfort as a child, jelly beans or whatever. It's really, when I say, I feel like someone is sitting there watching this going, but how do I tend to that inner and outer child? How do I do that constructively and in a way that doesn't completely derail my life right now, right? Because it seems kind of like a big task, right? And I just say it so casually, like, hey, tend to those inner and outer children. And you're like, okay, where's the instruction booklet? Again, this can really come through things that you found comforting at a young age. And also when you find yourself it's like nurture. When you find yourself in moments where you're weeble wobbling or you're feeling things that aren't your own and it gets a little bit intense, be your own mother. Be your own mother. Insist upon it. Okay? 7 Pentacles. Oh, the Hermit, you don't say. To clarify the 7 of Pentacles. This is literally what I've been talking about. Virgo energy here, number 9. This is literally going inside of oneself. Traditionally, he is depicted as holding a lantern. The light in that lantern is the star from the star key. Again, Aquarius energy. Okay? This is isolation. This is spending time alone, but this is being proactive while doing so. This is getting ready for the next step, which is what? The Wheel of Fortune. Ready yourself for the Wheel of Fortune during this time, right? But hold on. I could have sworn I just saw the Wheel of Fortune. It feels like it is in your reading, but it feels like it's like what's coming up next for you. It feels like a natural progression of things, right? Ready yourself during this time. Tend to your emotional garden here. Be gentle with yourself, especially when the skies are a little extra cloudy and gray, watery, right? The Hermit's also a bit of a sage, like super wise, definitely learns from, benefits from everything that he's been through. And doesn't he look like a wounded healer? Like, this is very much what I feel like you guys are in right now. And it's almost, see how his crown chakra is covered up? You see that? You see that? I feel like this is you guys and you're being asked to just take down the hood, have it as a nice scarf situation to keep your throat warm, but allow yourself to, it's both things. It's in equal doses as well. Allow yourself, if you want to receive this upgrade during this time and be there for others. And then when the time calls for it, put the hood back on, be with yourself and nurture yourself. Be your own mother. Okay? Doesn't she look like an impatient plant mama? Be patient with yourself, okay? None of this. Also, when people cross their arms or legs, they're cutting themselves off from energy. Don't be afraid of your abilities. Don't be afraid that your superpower is feeling. Ace of Wands. I love it. Three of Wands. Super auspicious here to clarify the Ace of Wands. What did I say? That it felt like the next thing was like the Wheel of Fortune. Well, this is similar. Only it's you being your own Wheel of Fortune with the Sun here and moving off down that path in a forward way. I want to point something out. 3 + 1 = 4. 4 of Wands. We technically have 4 Wands here, don't we? Don't we? 4 of Wands is happy home and family. It's a month of positivity and springtime. Spring equinox is soon upon us, right? This is happily moving down that road. This can be new love interests, new projects, new happenings, a revitalized love affair with yourself. Be your own mother right now so that you can be the earth mother and the collective energy mother to the planet. And I know how that sounds, but this is what it is. I feel like I'm talking to people who've lived many times before. I just saw you on the timer. Who've lived many times before. And so from a soul perspective, you are more than able and equipped to be in this time constructively and come out of the other side of this upgraded. Okay? Let's get an oracle. I want an angel real bad. Oh, my God, weird. Patience. Look at this. Look at the gardening canister and we're going to take her. Hello. I'll get another one too. Archangel Jophiel, your dreams are blossoming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. Hi. I also want to point out that she looks like she's out of a Jane Austen novel. She looks like she's from a different time period as well. You have a little, oh God, look at the triangle. Look. You are being extra nurtured right now by the divine. Archangel Michael is right here. I feel like your ancestors are right with you too. Okay, especially those in your ancestral lines who were also healers and were gifted, okay? I feel like this is for artists too, by the way. For an artist. Oh, creative writing. Make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or book. Wow. Okay. All right, let's get another one for you. Okay, let's work with this. Outdoors. Archangel Jophiel. Go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. All right, let's talk about this. Obviously, this may not be a literal message, but I want to point something out. Let's bring in some of these connective tissues here with this garden imagery that we're getting here. Look at this. This is about patience. Then we have the card of patience. And then we have holding this flower, right? I feel like this is what's on the other side of these steps, okay? I'm also seeing this like stream of water in this fountain right here and these pink roses, mother energy, love energy. I very much feel like you are being called to cultivate your own garden. Be your own mother energy. She's represented by pink roses. So I definitely feel like this is you being your own mother. This is tending to your inner and outer child. This is you being the healer that you are. I feel like this is the effect that you have the potential to give to others and feed the collective energy. It's like you transmute panic, fear, you transmute all of these, darker fear-based energies, right? They come through your garden, you transmute them and turn it into this. You have the ability and the opportunity to make people feel better just by doing this, transmuting energy work and keeping your own garden well tended to. Let me tend gardens that I can tend to yours. Okay? It was really, really important. I'm also hearing it's about getting outside of your own way, getting out of your own way and getting outside of yourself from a place of neutrality so that you can then access your emotions efficiently and productively. Okay? You're being asked to be the water sign that you are by way of being an air sign. This is your way in. Your way into the emotional sphere isn't through your emotions. It's through a place of neutrality and dropping in intentionally. Interesting. Pisceans, I love you so much. This is your second half of general reading. I so hope that this helped and resonated with you. I hope that you are having a lovely end of your birthday season as we transition to Aries season. Just again, I'm sending you so much love and light. This, as all things, is temporary. And I just, fellow light workers, fellow empaths, because I'm telling you that's what I'm feeling here. We have thought this. This is our time to rise to the occasion, okay? And to really put our faith where our mouth is. It makes no sense, but I think you know what I mean. Please let me know in the comments below where you are. How are you? You know, we're in this together. Absolutely. This is a time for light workers to all put their hands in the middle of a circle. And, you know, with our powers combined, we are a captain planet. Okay? That's what it is right now. As always, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being you. Be well. Until next time.